fresh produce technical manager.
That's all right. John. Come on, I'm not going to let you expect. Great talk with yourself and Guy. You were so positive, but with one slight caveat that you got this frustration about the likes of planning. It feels like it's slowing up the business. And then we had this great debate now with those gents, and that was slightly more negative. There was I recently interviewed a chair of a very big trade organisation who said we shouldn't have this reliance on government, but it feels like we shouldn't have a reliance, but we need them to do more. To have less bureaucracy, because we want you to grow. We want everyone here to grow. If you can grow more.
I mean, as just been said, there are fantastic opportunities in this industry. It's a great industry. We need more people to eat more fresh produce. We should have a fantastic future. But as I said earlier, it feels as though there's a bit of a ball and chain on us sometimes. Planning, actually, sometimes in some areas the planners can be easier than others, but it's ridiculous the amount of regulations we've got, and the industry needs freeing up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how do we? Oh, it's such a difficult question. How do we do that collectively, collaboratively? How do we get that message across?
Well, problem is, you've got there is a lot of support for some of the environmental. The BNG scheme, for example, there's a massive amount of support out there.
Yeah.
But we've got to actually get over the message that has just been said, that actually to build a greenhouse in this country is less food miles. And that's an environmental benefit. So, those sort of messages need to be, I suppose it's about calculating the benefits, it's about the data, it's about getting the message across and trying to get the political support for it.
Okay.
I'm not sure I've got the answers particularly, but I think something was just said about the seasonal worker scheme. Actually, it's interesting, during the referendum 10 years ago, UKIP went around the country promising a seasonal worker scheme.
There you go.
And actually, Stuart Agnew, I think, was the agricultural representative of UKIP. So whether, I'm not sure that actually the Reform Party or other parties are actually against us having the Labour. In fact, they might actually be more sensible, I don't know. But I think the Conservatives did a lot of damage to our industry with a lot of uncertainty. My particular view is actually Labour is actually more interested in food security and the industry, but we've not really seen that coming through in terms of financial support, and we've not yet seen it in terms of easing up on regulations.
And there was a very good question from Tim to the panel then about what are we going to do about government. And as Martin from the NFU said, we've just got to be persistent and patient.
I think the general support is there. I mean, I have to say I'm really disappointed that Angela Regal's not come today. But when I've met her and I've been in forum, with her and the Secretary of State, I've got the feeling that actually they are supportive. But what we do need is actually them to stay in post for longer. I think this churn, as Tim said, we've had so many different Secretaries of State. It's actually ludicrous. We need continuity. We need support. We need it to start coming through in some policy decisions.
John, thank you to yourself and Guy for hosting Festival Fresh today. Come on, let's finish on a positive. Favourite fresh produce? Always love asking you this.
Well, I'd have to say celery, wouldn't I? Because we're most famous. But actually, there's a big list. Actually, I love all fresh produce. I have to say, we have a significant fruit business, and we've got some fantastic melons coming from Spain at the moment.
You shine when you talk about your produce. I love that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, brilliant. I mean, what we've done on beetroot, we're very, very proud of. And my sister started that.
Wow.
Going back to 1990.
Wow.
And we've got some fantastic products.
Well, we're very proud of you and your family. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.